I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com. Delray Beach, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamel.
And we are here at Studio Baral.
Yo, Baral.
The
baby.
people who make this show happen for us every single week, that are behind the scenes, planning, editing, making the magic happen so that you can actually watch the show.
Well, too, in this studio, I mean, with their staff, they do a lot of commercials for a lot of local businesses, so a lot of things that they see on TV.
And huge tennis tournaments and different things. So they're local here, but they're all over the place. They were in Miami, in California. I don't know. These guys are always doing something fabulous. And they're here for people who need a commercial or different materials for their business. Studio Baral can hook you up.
You want them to capture anything. They're very creative. You know, Luis will really, help you put something together, and they probably can find something for any budget as well.
Absolutely. And they listen. What I love is they listen to your needs and then they find a way to make it happen for you.
Totally.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to create some film. And then we're lucky enough to get to see them every Wednesday.
There you go. What did you do this weekend?
So I was in Orlando. I had a trunk show up at the Four Seasons in Orlando, and we met so many new clients and had a great time. And then went to Disney for a day. Oh,
sweet. I don't even want to talk about Disney.
I know. There was a million people. We forgot that it was spring break other places because we've been back in school for a while now. It was busy. It was very busy, but it was so much fun. You know, with a 6-year-old, it's all magical and exciting and fun. So we had the best time. She went on all the rides, did all the things. So we were cool parents this weekend as far as she was concerned. Usually, probably not so cool. This weekend, the coolest. Yeah. But you have some big news. You've been all over the news. I leave for 1 second and I come back to what's happening with Jamel? And I was like, what did he do? So what's going on?
No, so I stepped down as the head coach at Atlantic High School.
And why? Why did you make this choice?
I think it was more for me. So I'll step back and I'll say this. The head coach role, because I want people to understand, like, it's not a full-time.
No, this was his
full-time paid
position. This was his little side thing on top of your job, on top of your family, on top of all the boards you're on, because you're at the Achievement Center, Boys and Girls, YMCA it was. You do a lot of things, a lot of good, and you're helping a lot of people. And on top of that, because you didn't have enough to do, you decided to take on that big role.
And I think too, with that role as a head coach, so we all know, like, really to be a successful head coach, football season is really from August to like November, right? So a lot of head coaches, that's what they focus on. Yeah. August to November. To be a successful head coach here in the city of Delray, you can't do that.
Year round.
Anywhere. It's year round.
Year round.
It's year round because there's things that you have to do with these kids. You're polishing these kids. You really become really booted and invested into these kids' lives outside of the season. During the day, with grades, meeting with teachers, making sure that, you know, trying to help these kids for college. So there's a lot of components when it comes to football itself.
Yeah.
And I think what I was doing is I was spending so much time in that role and with the program that, you know, with other kids, where I was putting my kids on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know, so start noticing that
That's hard.
my kids are actually planning their lives around my schedule, you know, and not participating in activities, doing things that they should be doing.
Yeah.
As a child, I'm like, that's not fair to them.
Right.
You know, so
It's a hard decision, Jamel.
it was a really,
It's a
really
really
tough
hard
decision. Even after I made the decision and I talked to my kids, they was like, no, what are you doing? You know, like, well, it's fine. We're used to it. I'm like, you shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's
You know,
yeah.
so
That's not something
I
we
mean,
should
my
do.
son's in the 7th grade, my daughter's in the 9th grade. They'll be out of the house in
Before
5
you
years.
know it, the
but
blink of an eye.
they'll be gone. So I have to really cherish this time that I have because I would not get this back.
No.
And you know, I'm not leaving Atlantic High School at all. You know, turning my back on the kids or even the program itself. I'll still be there in some capacity. I just
And
have
you're
to,
here.
Yes.
They know where to find you. He's always around town, so he's not leaving.
I really had to just step back in that role, man, because I think it really gave me a peace of mind, you know, now that I can really be truly involved and be there for my kids and my family.
Yeah, and I mean, we have to all applaud you because what you've done in the time that you've been with this program, you have taken these kids around the country to places they've never been. Some of the kids you were telling me had never been on airplanes, and he made this happen for them to see colleges, have signing days, all of these really big, beautiful things, which we could still plan a signing day next year, whether you're a coach or not. And I think that is you have done so much for this program and these kids and this town. And like, just because you're not in the head coach role, you will be there, like you said. And for anybody who is watching and is like, whoa, we're going to say it again. This was not his job. It was not his paid, you know, income. He works at 1-800-CALL-LEAGUE. And even trying to juggle that, like, I can't imagine, and I am somebody who juggles a lot, I can't imagine having these two huge responsibilities and jobs and your family and the way that you did it with such grace and being able to juggle these things. And I can't imagine the call that you made, but you can go back. As soon as your kids are out the house, you're gonna be bored, Jamel, and you're gonna be looking for something.
I know, man, you know, just sitting and having to meet with the players and meet with the kids at the school, and I had to tell them, you know, that I was stepping down. I mean, it was really quiet. I mean, the kids, the emotions in the room were riled up. So it was.
They're at that age too where their hormones are whacked out anyways. And then you're saying you're not doing what they want you to do. Never fun. Never fun.
But I mean, those kids I'm still gonna be part of them.
Yes.
No matter what, I'm still gonna be there to assist. Still gonna find innovative ways to still give them those experiences. You know, during the summer and doing things of that nature. So I just think that now is the right time that I really have to do it. And I still haven't really been able to sleep even after making the decision. So it's still been tough.
It's going to take a while, I think.
Yeah, it will.
Because you are so invested in not just the program, but the kids.
Definitely.
And I think when you care about people that deeply, it's always hard when you have to do something that, you know, isn't easy.
Right. No, I totally agree.
I applaud you for making that difficult decision. And I think, you know, your babies need you, and they're not babies anymore. And it is, as a parent, I think that's the hardest thing you have to do is find that balance of your life and their life and be able to, you're doing the best you can, and that's all we can do, right?
Definitely. You're right about that.
Well, you got to have some fun, though. So this is the hard, tough stuff. But you got to do some fun things that were not so tough while I was away.
Well,
what were you up to?
Well, I was jealous because I seen some clips that you were at the Green Market,
I was
you know,
snacking
food, you know, visiting all the different vendors and things of that nature at the Delray Beach Green Market. So I was like, you know, I want to do that.
Yeah,
you know,
see? This is what happens when you leave, Jamel. We go get snacks, and then I leave, and he goes to get snacks.
You know, so I had the opportunity this past weekend to go out to the Delray Beach Green Market and just check it out. Check out the clips from.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Weekend. Hello, everybody. We are here at the Delray Beach Green Market, Old School Square. It takes place every Saturday. This is actually sponsored by the Delray Beach CRA. So listen, these vendors out here are awesome. You got farmers, you have some of every vendor that you can think of. But guess what? We're going to meet an awesome farmer that's going to talk about some microgreens and also making his own vinegar.
Microgreens have been around for a really long time, but they're starting to get more and more popular because they are basically baby vegetables on steroids.
What are you doing with the microgreens? What products are you selling?
What can't you do with microgreens? Chefs do them in fancy restaurants where they just sprinkle a couple on top of your salad. But that one little tin of microgreens or package of microgreens is equivalent to 2.5 pounds of actual broccoli.
Talk about the different vinegars, because this is something new.
Yeah, vinegar is cool. I live on an 1.25 acres, and I have a lot of fruit. So when you have a lot of fruit, you get really creative. But I started making vinegar with the fruit I grow, and it's freaking amazing. It's like the health benefits of apple cider vinegar, but it tastes wonderful, like banana, pineapple, and passion fruit.
I've only had apple cider vinegar, so I want to try some of the different fruits that you have.
Very cool. Well, it's the same dealio. You get the same gut probiotics, and it balances the pH in your body. So when you take it in, it like neutralizes all the acid and makes everything tick a lot better. But it also gives you good gut probiotics, which is the same thing you get out of yogurt and kombucha and all those other things, but it's in its truest form. It is raw. It is fermented to its final stage.
Oh, wow. That's really good. How much of this should you drink?
It's not how much, it's how often.
How often?
It's like taking probiotics. You don't take 30 pills one day and none the next.
Wow.
So just keeping it in you. Like put it in your cold beverages. You can just sprinkle it on top of salad. And you can make adult drinks with it. You can have a lot of fun with it.
So what do we have here?
This is something that we do with our vinegars and our microgreens. It's pickled onions. Who doesn't love pickled onions? But they're a pain in the butt to make. So I pickle mine with my vinegar. So that particular one is a starfruit hibiscus vinegar. And then I do a pico de gallo and a salsa, which are also done with my spicier vinegars. And then the microgreen pesto. Did you just try that microgreen pesto?
Yes. That is really fresh. So what brings you guys here to the Delray Beach, to the Green Market?
This market. We do two markets. We do Palm Beach Gardens on Sunday, and we do this market on Saturday, and we adore this market. It is our favorite market.
Everything that we've started doing has morphed into just a market-forward live experience.
Basically, if you want to get some of this vinegar, this natural vinegar, some of these foods, you have to come out to the market.
And we also do an honor system farm stand at the edge of our property in the acreage, which is great for the neighbors. 24 hours access to microgreens for those who need it.
What is it that you don't do? I mean, you're doing everything over here.
Junk food.
I'm here with Susan. As you can see, delicious town baked goods. Susan, tell us about your baked goods. These look like some delicious biscotti.
This is what I do. I started 10 years ago in my home kitchen to make an extra $100 a week. So I have a commercial kitchen now in Boynton Beach, and we bake every Friday night. I come into the kitchen Saturday morning, slice them, bake them, pack them, and bring them here.
So these are freshly made.
Super fresh. And most biscotti are hard. My son has said we should have a slogan that says "Delicious Town Biscotti" because we care about your teeth.
Biscotti is very hard. You know, you feel like you're going to chip your tooth. So you're telling me that these are not hard at all?
Nope.
It's soft.
It's soft. Crunchy.
Very soft. So I really love it. How long have you been here at the Delray Beach Green Market?
I've been here, I think, 8 years at Delray Beach. I sell retail here, and then I wholesale at some coffee shops in the area. We sell to the St. Augustine Distillery and the Cleveland Cavaliers. I ship to them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And now we're in the Panther Stadium.
What is the number one seller? What's your top seller?
My top seller is the chocolate chunk and the lemon coconut and the key lime coconut.
Which one of you gave me? I think this is my favorite right here. I really like it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I like it.
And you can taste the key lime and you can taste the coconut.
Yes, and you did all of this last night. You stated.
Get into the kitchen at 5 a.m., slice them, bake them, as I said, and come here. So they're super, super fresh.
Locally made, freshly made, biscotti,
with
soft,
love.
with love, made with love.
Well, I'm definitely jealous because you got to try all the delicious things. How were those biscotti?
Listen, I hated biscotti before.
How? How could you possibly hate it? That's like...
Listen, when you bite into it, you feel like you're going to chip your tooth a lot of times.
You gotta dunk it.
However, this young lady, the way she makes it, they're soft and they just melt in your mouth. I mean,
oh, now I'm hungry.
Listen,
what are you doing this
she
for?
has all these different flavors. I think I had one that was a key lime pie flavored.
Stop,
biscotti.
I'm hungry already, and now you're making me more hungry.
It was delicious. I was like, wow. So Now I told her I'm coming to the green market. I'm gonna
And
get
you're gonna get some.
Yes, and I can snack on these all day, all these different flavors. So I think now
Well, I expect it next Wednesday. We better have some of those here, Jamil.
I'll make it happen.
All right, he's going to make it happen. Talking about making things happen, the next group of people that we're going to have on makes so much happen in this town and does so much good. So first, we're having them come together. So we have Barbara Stark, the president and CEO of Milagro Center, and Michael Mapp, the director of the STARS program.
Yes.
Welcome on, guys.
And the crowd goes wild. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Well, we are so excited to have you on talking about such an incredible organization here in town that does so much good.
Yes, thank you.
So for people who are not familiar with Milagro Center, can you guys tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and who you serve?
Okay.
So I'm the program director for our STARS Milagro Center, which services our K through 5th grade students, ages 5 through 11. And our program is a very robust program where we believe in arts, music, and education.
Amazing.
Yes.
I think that's one of the things that really does make you stand out is so many times you hear about the arts getting taken away.
Right.
And being someone in a creative field, the arts are everything. So I really think it's so important that that is such a big part of this program, because in other places, kids don't get to be creative, especially in that age group. They need to be.
Absolutely. And the truth is that art, music, drama, it builds confidence in these kids.
Yeah.
And once, we serve underserved children. So all of the children from Michael's program in kindergarten through our junior teen program and our teen program through high school, so we serve kids from 6 to 18, all experience art and music at Milagro, and it builds confidence. We like to say that it builds an indestructible sense of self-worth.
I love that.
Once a youth really starts to feel like, hey, I can play the drums, or I'm an artist, all of a sudden they're more apt to conquer the academics, have more faith in themselves that I can learn this math, or I can do this.
I totally agree. When you're around a group of kids, even speaking of like football, some things that we'll do is just try to have do a team bonding and say, you know what, do any of you guys have a special talent?
Right.
Then we started finding out a kid is playing the violin, and when you start seeing that, some kids, they really are really shy, but now the other boys are like, what? You can do that? You can play you can play the clarinet, you can play the trombone, things of that nature. And now kids, they're wild. Now they're like, play this for me, play that.
And it's all about exposure. I'm really big on exposure, especially at my center. I have all of the kids, they'll come to me and say, Mr. Michael, I don't want to play tennis. I don't like tennis, or I don't like, playing the keyboard or whatever it may be. And I say, you don't know that because you haven't been exposed to it.
Right.
And then they're exposed to it, and it broadens their horizons. And like Barbara said, you see they become more confident, and then it gives them a voice.
Yeah.
It gives them a way to kind of express themselves. So we're really big on that at the Milagro Center.
I totally agree. How many kids do you guys serve in the Delray Beach area?
Yeah.
Per year, we serve approximately 160 throughout the year.
And that's from kindergarten all the way up
Right. Our center is a very small center, but we like it that way because it allows us to be able to touch our students. We know the families, we know their needs. We know when they come in and they're not having a good day just by looking at them. My particular center has about 43 students, and again, I love it. I love it. I came from an organization that was a lot larger, and literally it was just about numbers. You're just pushing people through programs. And I wanted something that was smaller and more intimate, so when I found Milagro, I literally found a miracle.
And so did we.
Yes.
Milagro means miracle.
I just love how you said that, though. And I think it's so important for so many kids to have that attention and that focus on them and their needs. Because every single kid is different, and what they respond to is different, and what they need is different. So the fact that you're able to keep it small and recognize this in each child, I mean, you're shaping these kids for the rest of their life to know that somebody cared about what they wanted and listened to them.
Right.
Which, especially as kids, a lot of times I think we're told, like, okay, just do this, just do this.
Right.
So to have somebody say, okay, well, why don't you try this? Or, okay, you didn't like that. Well, what do you want to try next? I mean, those are the kind of things that are going to change them forever in a really beautiful way.
It's a very good point, Amanda, because so many of our children come from households, either single parent households, and they need to work.
Yes.
So many times their parents have multiple part-time jobs, and they don't have the time, the quality time to spend with their kids, and that's where Milagro really comes in. So many of our kids, right, Michael, will say that Milagro is their family.
True.
Oh, that has to be such a good feeling to hear this from these beautiful little humans
Yes.
that you have created this environment where they feel home.
Yes,
Yes.
and accepted, no matter who they are, no matter what they are, and we're just so proud of the culture
Yeah.
that we've created. Our staff itself is very diverse in terms of age, background, ethnicity, geographic area, education, and our kids look at us as role models,
Yeah.
and they learn from the fact that we work so cohesively. And
Another unique component about our staff is that my staff, half of my staff, were all Milagro students. They started in the program. We actually have when you come to our center, we have what we call a Den and Wow wall. So it shows where the kids were in our program in the beginning, and then it shows kind of how they kind of progress through life. Mr. Justin, one of my assistants, he was in the Marines. Went to the Marines, came back, and decided he wanted to come back and work for us while he was in college. One of my other teachers, Mr. Morrow, started there in our Teen Center program and came back to teach for our program. So,
yeah.
so we invest in our students, and they come back and they
Yeah,
invest.
and they're investing in you.
So now at the facility, this is more of like a safe haven, safe place, almost like a home.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, for the kids. And I guess you guys have really realized that because now you're doing things at the facility to really beef it up and really make it feel like home. So you guys have something coming up. And,
Yes.
you know,
We got a bunch of stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
let's hear about it.
The spring is super busy. So let's start with the big event of the year. And
Heart
this
and
is
Soul.
our Heart and Soul celebration. There you go. And it's May 13th. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. And the proceeds from this event directly support our programs. And that's why it's so important. But we don't do stuffy fundraisers.
No.
We do fun. So this is a Motown themed fundraiser, and we've got a great band. Perhaps some of you know the band because they do play at the Tin Roof on Monday nights, and they are the Memory Lane Band.
Amazing.
So there'll be lots of great music, lots of great dancing, and of course some fabulous auction items. We've got some terrific live auction items that we're going to put up on our website and through our social media early and take proxy bids.
So even if someone can't attend the event, they could still bid
Yes,
and be able
absolutely.
to
That's
support from afar.
Right.
Which I think is great because so many times there's so many things happening and you're like, oh man, I can't make it, but I'd love to find a way to support. So this is a way, if you can't make it to this event, you could still be part of it.
Absolutely.
That's a beautiful thing.
So it's May 13th, and if you want to learn more, you can go to our website, which is milagrocenter.org, and just click on Heart and Soul Celebration.
Amazing.
You're going to be a Supreme, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be, well, that's a surprise, but a few of us are going to join the band at some point and do like a little backup singer routine.
So cute. I love it.
And we're going to be taking the famous song called My Girl and making it with a little twist. Michael, you want to sing the chorus to that?
Ooh.
So put you on the spot.
Let's see. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day, and when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Well, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My Milagro. Talking about Milagro.
Oh my word! I was not expecting that. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but what? Your voice.
So, but you see what he did before? He was like, she tried to put me on the spot. And then he just jumped right into it.
Oh my
All
God.
nerves, all nerves.
He warmed up. He just jumped right into it.
I think instead of the rest of the show, we just need singing. Guys.
See, that's a testament. We have
Yeah.
so much talent
Yes, you do.
and professionalism at Milagro Center. Every person who contributes to our program contributes in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And we're just so proud. We're 26 years old now. We've been serving Delray for 26 years. We continue to grow. We now have an alumni association.
Ah, that's
So
fabulous.
the youth that graduate from our program and either go off to college or trade school or the military, they all come back to Delray Beach because these are their roots. So we now have an active alumni association, and
So
last
cool.
year, I've got some really exciting news. We were able to launch and fund a scholarship fund for our graduates.
wow.
So this spring, we are going to be issuing scholarships, not just to our seniors who are graduating this year and moving on to college or trade school, but our current students who are enrolled in school now.
Oh, that's
full-time.
great.
I think
Anything we can do to help them.
I think that's really big. A lot of
Yeah.
times there's a lot of programs that will help kids, especially kids from underprivileged backgrounds, get into college.
Right.
But a lot of times these kids really don't have nobody in their family makeup that has been there before,
Yeah.
so they don't know how to navigate those
Yep,
waters.
they don't have the support.
They don't have that
Absolutely
support.
right.
So a lot of times these kids end up coming back home or doing
Yeah.
things of that nature. But I'm happy to hear that, you guys are supporting them even far beyond the graduation of high school.
You are their
helping them in
family.
college. Yes.
That
absolutely.
really instills
Right.
that feeling of family. You're right.
agree.
Yeah, and the group themselves, the peer, they form such deep friendships. Having come from Delray and been at Milagro Center for so many years, they now are relying on each other.
Yeah.
We're having our students who are in college now actually FaceTime or do Zoom with our juniors and our seniors from their dorm rooms. So they could show them, hey, this is where I live.
That's
This is,
cool.
That's
That's very cool.
They walk down the hall and show them the
So
joint
cool.
bathroom and everything else. And
Yeah.
then it makes our current teens say, hey, if
do this
she
too.
could do it, I could do this.
That's cool.
I heard that
That's
you
very
guys
cool.
have a ribbon cutting.
Yes, we do too. That's another busy thing.
We got a lot going on.
I was gonna say, guys.
Actually, tomorrow, so we jumped to May. Now let's come back to April.
Right.
So tomorrow at 5 o'clock, the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce is coming to do a ribbon cutting ceremony in the space that we call our Oasis. That's the backyard area behind our junior and our teen centers on Southwest 6th Avenue. So thanks to a grant, 2 grants actually, from the American Academy of Dermatology and the SunSafe Foundation, we were able to have these fabulous permanent sunshades installed over the back performing stages behind our 2 centers and over our community art garden.
Wonderful.
So this provides safe coverage from the sun.
Right.
We're open 52 weeks a year. We
Yeah.
have a 10-week summer camp program, and summer in
Ooh, it's
South
hot.
Florida.
It's hot.
It is hot.
So now we don't have to worry about, the sun exposure.
Yeah.
And so we're having a celebration.
Oh, that's great.
From 5 to 7 with the
Okay.
ribbon cutting at 5:30. There'll be some light bites and some beverages. But most importantly, our teen band will be performing on one of the stages. So you'll get to see them and hear them and also celebrate the beautiful shade structures that are back there now.
Oh, that's fabulous.
That's great. So if people want, I know you gave your website out earlier, but I'm assuming that you guys have like a list of events, a calendar of events on the website. So if somebody can't make that event tomorrow or
They
make the
can
one
come
on
to
May
this.
13th, they can try to figure out and see how
Exactly.
they can get involved.
Barbara's the queen of events, so trust me.
We're having plenty more events.
Oh, and there's one more in April.
Oh, she wasn't kidding.
Yes.
Okay.
April 28th, it's our 3rd annual, it's a series we call our Women's Empowerment Series. It's the 3rd
Nice.
annual event. It's our Women's Spring Garden Tea Party.
Oh, how fun.
This year, it is inside. We're making an indoor garden. The past 2 years with COVID and
Yeah.
what have you, we had it outside, and we're fortunate that we had good weather. But
Yeah.
this year, we're moving it back inside. We have a wonderful motivational speaker, Andrea Hoffer. It's from 11 to 1 on the 28th at Milagro Center. That's also on our website.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow. So
is
for
awesome.
anybody out there who's watching and is as blown away as we are about what they're doing at Milagro, go on their website, check it out, find a way to get involved. There's so many opportunities, clearly.
Yes, yeah.
Find one to support this incredible place and these incredible kids and staff. And come hear that voice. I'm coming just to hear you sing. I think you should have your own concert series. I'll come there to watch that.
We may get the Temptations there. We working on it. We're gonna work on it.
Amazing. Is there anything else that you want to make sure anybody knows about you or your programs?
Yeah, I'd like to just mention that another big component of our program, besides the academics and the cultural arts and living values, is our mentoring program. So for all of you out there watching
Very
and
important.
listening, if you have an hour a week that you'd like to give to a adorable child or middle schooler, you can become a mentor at Milagro Center. We don't look for teachers specifically or social workers or counselors, just a caring adult who just wants to spend an hour a week and form this relationship with a child that could last for years.
Beautiful.
And that info is on our website as well.
That's
great.
So before you guys leave, he showed us his styling and his skill set. You didn't finish your part of that song because you said I heard you said we are gonna sing a chorus of
Well, we're a team.
She got the royal way, the royal way.
You don't want to hear me sing. I don't even sing in the shower.
She can dance in the back. She'll dance in the
That's
back.
right.
She'll
Yeah,
dress
I'll be
up
the
and
backup.
dance. Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so
you guys.
much for
You guys,
coming
I
and
appreciate
sharing
it.
Thank you.
all of this magic that you're doing over at Milagro Center. And check them out, guys. It's definitely worth looking into and helping change the lives of some beautiful children right here in Delray.
MilagroCenter.org. Go to the website. Thank you guys very much.
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right. So I do have to say, I mean, Milagro Center is crazy because they have one location on Auburn Avenue, basically Southwest 12. Growing up there, where Milagro Center currently is, there was a apartment complex called Carvey Estates. That's where I grew up at.
Oh.
You know, but I mean, the whole project
right
building.
there.
I lived right there in the area, so it's like it was torn. I think it was Hurricane Wilma. After Hurricane Wilma, like all of the roofs got torn down of that housing project, and everybody just scattered around the city and in other areas. And then also over on 6th Avenue, where the other building is, that was a preschool that I went to. It was called Tiny Tots. That was a preschool that building. So it was just, it was
Oh
kind
my
of funny.
gosh, that
Yeah.
is fun. I think that's what's so cool because you've lived here your whole life, just
Right.
hearing the stories of how things have changed and where the town has gone. It's so interesting.
Yeah, and it is great like to have so many nonprofit programs
Yes.
here in the city
Yes.
because
They're necessary.
even though they're working with 160 kids and they're doing wonderful things, there's a lot of other kids in the city.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of other programs doing great things. Like I say, Delray is a small community but big. You know,
Yeah.
so
With a big heart,
With
too.
a big heart.
Big heart.
You know, so we have a lot of great nonprofits as we always speak about.
Yeah.
You know, here.
Very
so
lucky.
Kudos to Milagro. Check out their events. Go and support that organization.
Yeah.
Big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and guess what? Have a Delray day. Peace.
You didn't kick out your leg. You
I
always
invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com.